Hong Kong government has consolidated all the COVID-related information on this website shown on the screen. It has all the recent requirements as of August 2021 for all departing flights to Hong Kong. I will add the link below. Make sure to click on the section that has inbound travelers that have been to specified places. Next, make sure to choose persons who have stayed in overseas places. Hong Kong government categorizes all the countries into different groups based on their COVID risk level. You can see the highest risk groups in Brazil, India, UK, etc. The US is in Group B. We are fully vaccinated, so let's check out what the requirements are for us. The first requirement is to present a vaccination record. We have called the Hong Kong government hotline, the number is also in the description below, and verified with the US consulate in Hong Kong to confirm that CDC's handwritten vaccination record is accepted. However, the Hong Kong government requires the name on the CDC card to match perfectly on all your travel documents. For example, if your passport has a middle name, then the CDC card must also have your middle name filled in. Missing the middle name or using initials are not accepted by the Hong Kong government. The second requirement is a COVID PCR test results, which is the most accurate no-swab test to detect COVID-19. Please be aware that the rapid test result is not accepted. The lab that performs the PCR test needs to be CLIA or ISO 15189 certified by the CDC. In the US, it's difficult to find the ISO certified lab. Your test report needs to specify your name, the time the specimen was collected, but no need to have the passport number on the report. You always want to ask if your lab if it's CLI certified. Here are the labs near LAX that are authorized by the Chinese government to perform the PCR test. Make sure the PCR test is administered 72 hours prior to your direct flight to Hong Kong. So if your trip has multiple stops, the 72-hour window refers to that last leg of your journey. This is the lab's CLIA certificate we got along with our test results. Once you have the CLI certificate, make sure you visit the CDC's website to verify that their CLIA ID matches their name on the given report. Here's how to do it. You can also find this link in the description below. The final requirement is to have a room reservation with a government-approved quarantine hotel in Hong Kong. You can also find the list of the hotels on this website. They allow a family or two friends to be quarantined in the same room, but make sure you have all people's names on the reservation documents. Here are some images of hotels for quarantine in Hong Kong. Click on the link to find all the hotels listed. We found out that the best way to make a reservation is to simply call the hotel directly. Sometimes their website displays old information and have some rooms listed as sold out, but you may have a different response if you just call. The price on the spreadsheet is pretty accurate. Each hotel is required to provide 3 meals per day, which is covered by the room charges. But you may want to clarify with the hotel if they allow for extra deliveries or multiple people per room. Once you've been assigned a room for quarantine, you will not be able to transfer to another. We started our trip out of LAX. Unfortunately for us, all the lounges were closed at the time due to COVID. The only one we found open during our trip was the Alaska Lounge, but it's a very long walk from the international terminal, so we stayed put there for the flight. 13 hours later, we arrived at our layover destination at South Korea's Incheon International Airport. The airport is very modern and zen-like, but we did notice it was a little bit warm. We didn't know if it was because of COVID, but they need to turn up their AC a little bit. If you are transferring here, you do not need to provide any specific documents. If you like shopping, you'll love this airport. There are a lot of luxurious boutiques, and it works more like a mall than an international terminal. If you have a priority pass, you can relax at the Matina Lounge, located inside the international terminal. Their food is amazing, and you can stay up to 3 hours. We made it to Hong Kong. Local time is 10:30 at night. You can tell by now that the entire terminal has been converted into a huge and sophisticated quarantine processing center. Let me walk you through what to expect. You'll need your mobile device to fill out a form, which then generates a barcode you'll need to move on the process. Then you will proceed to take a COVID rapid test. After that, they will verify your phone number to make sure they can reach you. WhatsApp works as well. Then there will be another checkpoint where a government official will check all your documents are in order, such as vaccination card, PCR tests, and hotel reservations. Make sure your reservations match the required quarantine time frame. After all that, you will be given an assigned seat number so you can wait for your rapid test results. The Hong Kong government has arranged shuttles to send you to your assigned hotels, so you have a minimum interaction with local people before you finish your quarantine. We waited about 15 minutes to get to a shuttle. We booked the Kerry Hotel, managed by Shangri-La. They provide all 3 meals throughout the day, bring us coffee and water, and even have a little mini fridge where we could store some of the food. You can also order groceries for food delivery from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. They even provide a nice complement of assorted teas, snacks, and of course, coffees. And if you run out, feel free to call the concierge and they'll bring you more. We made good use of the space. This is our little pantry. And again, you're able to order groceries and food delivery to supplement the already included food that the hotel provides. The bathroom is surprisingly spacious, with a lot of countertop space, big enough to house all our toiletries from home. The shower itself is also a nice big space with a nice waterfall feature. Make sure to like and subscribe for more videos about our 14 days quarantine.